Hey guys, I'm here to talk about WWE Evolution. This is where I talk about my final thoughts on the build up to all the matches, who I want to win the match because everyone knows I don't do predictions, um, my final thoughts on the card, and things like that. So, first of all, however, there is a couple comments that I would like to point out because she I feel like this is very relevant to the pay-per-view, and I feel like this will happen at the pay-per-view. Um, Sasha said, um, duh, duh, duh. Sasha said, um, being a champion means that you're the best. For me, Ronda has it, but I still know I'm better than Ronda Rousey. If she has it right now, then I need to be a tag team champion with Bayley. I hope in the future that it does happen because I think we have so many great teams right now. We have the Iconics, Mickey and Fox, we have Absolution. There's just so many teams. We have tag matches every week on Raw without tag titles. Why not make the titles to fight for? And I totally agree. Totally agree. Her opinion about her being better than Ronda, I'm not gonna touch that. But I definitely agree. Like, think about how many times we see women tag matches on Raw and SmackDown, damn near every week. And if you have women tag matches and most of those matches have feuds, why not put tag team titles with them? Because those are just the teams on Raw. We have the Bella Twins if they stay, which I hope and think that they will. Trish and Lita want to stay for a little bit longer. Um, then on SmackDown we have Mandy and Sonya. We have Naomi and Asuka. Um, we have, like you said, the Iconics. Like, we have the Riot Squad. There's a. I don't think that there should be two separate women's tag titles. I think there should be one that can bounce back and that is a brand exclusive title. That isn't a brand exclusive title. Because like I said before, with the pay-per-views being co-branded, it would make sense and it would make it a lot easier for, like, let's say um the Bellas are done feuding with one team and it's WrestleMania season and they want it to be the Bella Twins versus the Iconics. After the Bellas win their match at the pay-per-view, they could easily be attacked by the Iconics and the pay-per-view can be set up that way. So that's very likable. And I'm pretty sure that Stephanie is going to be involved in the pay-per-view. I'm sure she's going to make an announcement or something. And what better way for her to be used at the pay-per-view than to announce women's tag titles? So I definitely agree with her on that. And then these are a couple comments under the post that had that in the article, and these are the ones that I agree with. Someone said, and apparently they were handing out signs that said, "We want women tag team titles this week at WWE shows." Not 100% sure if it was from WWE or fan made, so it seems like they're getting close to them being announced. Hopefully Sunday. This whole long Sasha Bayley storyline really only makes sense if it culminates into them becoming the inaugural tag team champions. Now, I don't think that they need to be the inaugural tag team champions, but I do think that with how they, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't into the Bayley and Sasha feud no way, but if introducing tag titles is happening, then this all makes sense. It was fucked up, but it makes sense. And it makes sense for them to want to be women tag champions if they're not in the main title picture. Also, might I add that they just hired a whole bunch of fucking women. And there's a lot of women down in NXT that aren't doing anything that could come up and reach their full potential, like Alexa Bliss did, like Carmella did. Because when you think about it, they really only had one or two big feuds in NXT. After that, they really weren't that noticeable. It was on the main roster where people got to really know them and really see them for their talents. That is easily half of the women in NXT. Aaliyah, Lacey, um, a few of the other women. Like, there's a lot of women down in NXT that could easily come up and reach their full potential on the main roster because of how many indie stars and how many people they're signing right now. So those women can come up and be contenders for the main title picture. It's just a thought. It's just an idea. But I definitely agree that them being tag, I don't think that they need to be inaugural, but them being tag champions definitely makes sense for this storyline to culminate and to, you know, be, make sense. Someone also said, she's totally correct. However, it only needs to be one set of tag titles. No way in hell both Raw and SmackDown need them. And I, just like I talked about, I definitely agree. Like I said, the tag title should not be brand exclusive. And since the pay-per-views are co-branded, they could easily set up feuds when it comes to switching a brand. So, yeah. And then someone says she's spot on there. It's been painfully obvious that WWE can't do a women's storyline without a title belt involved, so might as well involve more belts. While I disagree, because we've seen like all of Nikki's run last year, that she was able to have a great side feuds, and we've seen great side feuds out of the top picture in the past multiple times. During this time, in WWE, I totally agree that if bringing in more tag titles will make the WWE creative be more creative and give them more time and more storylines on top of the tag matches that we already get that's already damn near built-in feuds, then yeah, bring in tag titles. Someone said with the way the women's division is currently structured, I really think women's tag team. I really think women's tag team championships would be good. There are already a bunch of ready-made teams for it. Sasha and Bailey, the Bellas, if they're sticking around at all. Sarah and Liv, Sonya Maney, the Iconics. These are all actual teams that have wrestled together for quite a bit. Add Mickey and Alicia, Ember and Nia, and Asuka and Naomi as pairings that have been closely associated recently. Almost everyone that isn't part of a title picture is a part of at least a team, if not a trio. I don't think championships are necessary for meaningful feuds, but as long as WWE is going to structure the main roster women's divisions primarily as a tag team trio, they should add titles. Totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. And then my last comment on this topic is all the more reason for them to have women's tag titles. If the WWE isn't telling great stories with their women without a title involved, which is often the case these days, adding another title would at least provide something to get some other stories going. And with the number of potential teams, seems like a no-brainer. Totally agree. So like I said, I hope that women's tag titles are introduced. And like I said, we have so many teams. The Bellas, they might be staying. I hope that they do stay. Lita and Trish want to stay for a little bit. So you have two legendary tag teams right there. They could easily bring back AJ for a one-off with her and Caitlyn. They could easily bring back, what's that team? Blade Cool for a one-off. They could bring back the Divas of Doom for a one-off. Like, There's quite a few things that they could do with this that will make it work, especially if they make it brand, especially if they aren't brand exclusive. So yeah, that's how I feel about women's tag titles. And yeah. So, and by the way, I will most likely be reviewing the red carpet, especially if the interviews are good. And I will most likely be talking about Stephanie's segment if she has one, which I think she will. I mean, it's Stephanie. So yeah. Now, I've spent about 11 minutes on this topic, so let's get into the actual pay-per-view. Let me see here. First match is the Women's Battle Royal that will grant the winner a women's championship. Okay? Lord have mercy. There it is. Okay. That will grant the winner a future women's championship. I figured this would happen, so I wasn't mad at it. We get to see past women and future women interact just like we did at the Women's Royal Rumble. Also, the NXT. I hear that there are some NXT women that's going to be at the pay-per-view that don't have a match. So, I don't know what they're doing, but we will see what they will do. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with them. But yeah, decent match. I'm sure it's gonna be. Especially we only have 7 matches on the card, so most likely each match is probably gonna get like, well, depending on this match is probably gonna get like at least hopefully a good 10-15 minutes, hopefully. And we can probably get some cool spots, some decent spots like we did at the Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble in the Women's Royal Rumble. So yeah. Everyone knows I don't do predictions. I just do who I want to win. For me, for the Raw side, I would say Dana Brooke. I feel like this could really push Dana and show people her potential. And for SmackDown, I'd say Zelina. I would like to see a Zelina Becky feud. Yeah. Alexa and Mickey versus Trish and Lita. This has been very well built up. I know that Trish and Lita could have easily done different matches, but those matches will likely still happen, especially if they stay around. So this match was perfect for them, and they both said that they wanted to do this match. The build-up has been very good to me. It's built up both sides really well. And I'm going to go, who I want to win is Trish and Lita. So, yeah. Io Shirai versus Toni Storm, Mae Young Classic 2018, the finals. This was announced this past Wednesday because the final episode aired last Wednesday. Today, I've seen a couple clips of their matches in Japan, but from what I've seen, this match is going to be great. And like I said in my Mae Young Classic review, if they bring what made their matches in Japan great to WWE, then I have no doubt that this match would be amazing. And I think that Trish and Lita will be great too, and I think that the Women's Battle Royal will be fine too. Especially if they get time, just like they did the Women's Battle Royal. So yeah. But yeah. And I'm going to watch actually a couple of their matches in full because I've only seen highlights. But I'm going to watch a couple matches of theirs in full after I'm done with this video. But yeah. I don't think this match will be great to even amazing. For this, I'm going to go Toni Storm. And for me, I feel like both of them will be hired anyways. Just like Shayna and Kari last year. So, you know. But yeah. Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler, NXT Women's title. This is one of the 3 women's title matches on the card. And I love that all of them are singles matches. There's not a triple threat. There's not a fatal four way. Not a fatal five way. It's literally three singles pay, three singles women's matches. I love that. Um, I haven't been keeping up with NXT, but when it comes to NXT for the women at least, normally when they do these type of things, the hype video will get me hype for the match if I haven't kept up with it. So I'm sure that this match has been well built up. I do watch NXT takeovers, and these two have had some really great matches. Um, Both of them have been very different. I know that Kyrie has been showing a little bit of her vicious side, so hopefully we get to see that in this match. And I'm gonna go Kyrie Sane. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be another great match. Becky and Charlotte, last woman standing, SmackDown Women's title. This match has been well built up. I'm not as interested in the Charlotte and Becky feud as all of their fans are, but it's been well built up. I can admit that. Um, their matches haven't really wowed me. They've been fine for me, but for how much people hype them up, honestly, I would expect the matches to be way better than they are. So hopefully this match it brings out more intensity, more fire, more aggressiveness, and hopefully they do some big spots. And since they are two of the four horsewomen, they should be able to go all out. So this, of course, will probably be a great match too, and I'm gonna go Becky, especially since they need to start building up Charlotte for Ronda, and yeah. And last but not least, Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella for the Raw Women's Championship, most likely in the main event of Evolution. This has probably been one of my favorite Nikki feuds ever. I have been so proud of her in this feud. She's really made me be proud to be a Bella fan and Nikki stan. Um, in the last few interviews that she's done, she said that she's been training differently. She just released I just got done watching it actually. She just released a um, evolution of Nikki Bella little video. Um, and it showed her training different. It showed her, you know, having a different mindset. And like she said in the video, you guys should watch it by the way, it's on their YouTube channel. She has everything to lose. And it's like she said, Ronda has everything to lose. She don't have shit to lose. She's already cemented her legacy. She's already cemented that she's one of the top women in WWE ever. She's already done that. This is just something that she could add on to it. And if she can't get it from Ronda, she can get it from somewhere else. Ronda, however, with all the shit she told the Bellas, if she doesn't win, sweetheart, you can damn near be done. Storyline wise, she's talking about. So I love that aspect of it. Nikki in an interview said that she's training differently. She said that she has a new move set. Her style is gonna be different. Um, I can't wait to see her outfit because she talked about her outfit too. But I've just been really proud of Nikki in this feud. Ronda's done well too, of course, but I'm just focusing more on Nikki because I never would have thought that my fave would have been given this story. Like we saw it with Brie with Stephanie, but they always seem to kind of push Brie a little bit more than Nikki to me. And I feel like this really showed that Nikki does have star power and that she is a big star and that she can hold her own and that she is valuable to the company. So I love this feud. I love the story. I think the match will be amazing. I think just like every fucking Bella match, people will say it'll suck because it's a Bella and they'll prove them wrong like they always do. And since Nikki's the veteran, she'll probably have to carry Ronda in a way, so you can't blame it on the fact that someone else is a better wrestler. To the people that want to try to use that excuse. So yeah. And like I said, I don't do predictions. I do who I want to win. So I'm gonna go Nikki, of course. And by the way, in my review for you guys will see it, but I'm gonna do my match review early in the morning, and you're gonna see what I'm repping for Evolution Day. Hint, hint. It's gonna be the Bella Twins. Just a hint. But yeah, that's how I feel about this pay-per-view as a whole. I feel like just like every single time, the women will exceed our expectations. They will do amazing, and they will prove to WWE that not only do they deserve another one next year, but they deserve one to be well built and with a little bit more effort. I like this one. This one I'm excited about, of course, but next one definitely needs to be better. But like Charlotte and Nikki have said, they're not guaranteed, so they need to knock this one out of the park. I don't give a fuck. The Battle Royal needs to be great. All these matches need to be as great as they possibly can. And if they achieve that, which I think that they will, there's no question there will be another all women's pay per view next month. I mean next year. And it's sold out. So clearly they did something right. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I will for sure see you guys in the morning of Sunday. Bye.